Um, Good morning, everyone, and thank you for spending your time with us this morning to plan your week. I hope that you find it valuable and that we can save you some time and give you some great ideas to make a successful week because I think when you're planning your week ahead of time, it frees up so much space in your week and just allows you to like be present with your family more and focus on connecting with your customers more instead of thinking about what you're going to post about every day. So taking one day to get all that done will save you mounds and mounds of time of you thinking, trying to spin your wheels, thinking about what picture you're going to post, and all that stuff. So I highly encourage you guys to take a day to just plan your content like today. We're going to give you ideas how to plan your content and then also think about like what kind of pictures you're going to want to take. Like I literally write down what picture I want to go with every single day and then take those pictures. Sometimes I do spontaneous pictures too. And if I'm feeling myself that day or my family and I happen to be doing something together, I will do that as well. But I just think it's really helps you save so much time and energy and saves you from frustration and all those things. So the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about was a couple quotes that I have for you guys. So the first one is sell the problem you solve, not the product or business you have. Because if you're trying to just sell Thrive, you guys, Thrive has its own marketing. We don't need to do it for them as far as on their personal page. You're marketing yourself and how Thrive in the business fits into it and how that help, I'm muted. You can probably just unmuted the entire time.
It won't. Yeah, I'm going to have to stay unmuted the entire time. So beware. Toddler and baby are loud.
If I can make you like a co-host or anything.
Oh, yeah, possibly.
No, option. Oh, well. Whatever. I can put it in the waiting room though. Just kidding. Because Thrive does its own marketing on its page. What we're trying to market is ourselves, why we're a unique individual, why we're different than every other person that sells products, why people should trust you, and how Thrive and the business helps you. Brand. This one is, I was like, holy bananas. This one was like a huge eye opener for me. So what is your brand? I feel like when someone says branding, especially if you're new, you can be really confused by that term. You're like, do I need to make my own logo? Do I need to like, I don't know, all these things. And so what your brand is it's your vision, plus your voice.
Stay unmuted.
Plus your, do you want me to hit mute on you? And then
no, it's okay. I just told him. I
just
gave him a warning.
Here's your one warning. So it's your vision plus your voice plus your visuals equals your brand. It is not like you need to create a logo or you need to have like, I mean, I think on Instagram, it's good to have like cohesive pictures and like have a certain filter on all those pictures just to make it appealing to your eye. But it doesn't mean like, I don't know. We think brand and you think logo, and that Lavelle has its own logo, but our logo is our vision, our voice, and our visuals. So what does that mean? Your vision is why you're doing this. Who are you serving and how are you helping them? That's what your vision is. Your voice, that is you. You going on lives and utilizing your specific voice. You going in your stories and talking and using your specific voice. You sharing your specific story, not anybody else's. I know when you first get started, when it comes to posting, a lot of people, I don't know about everybody because I know that this incorporates a ton of different downlines and stuff like that. But I know like personally for my team, I give them content ideas for their first 14 days because you're still figuring out your voice. You're still figuring out how you're going to do this, and that's fine. But anything beyond that, you should be really discovering what your specific voice is with your specific story and your specific experiences, your specific product story, your specific business story, not anyone else's. Quit trying to copy everyone else because people want to know you. That's why they follow you. That's why they're friends with you. They're not following you because you're like star. They're following you because it's your life, your funny jokes, your hot mess ass life, your
uniqueness.
Yes, your uniqueness, your voice. When you try to pretend to be like everybody, you lose confidence because you're constantly trying to be like everyone. So you're like, how long do I have to keep this charade up? And confidence is like key in this business. And if you're always trying to be like someone else, you're never going to find your voice and what makes you unique and special, and what value you have to provide to this world. And then your visuals is your pictures. Stop taking stock pictures from the Lavelle fan page. That's for their marketing. Take your own pictures. Take your own pictures of the 3 steps. Take your own. And if you don't have products, obviously that's an okay time for you to borrow those pictures or whatever. But like, use your own content, your own pictures of your life, your family, your home, you. That's what your visuals look like. And here's another thing. When you're taking a quote, don't share someone else's quote off of their page. Take a picture, save it, post, repurpose it, or type it up yourself, because then people can't save the picture and repurpose it. They're forced to like share your post, which is huge for growing your network if people are sharing your content. Did you want to add anything to any of that?
Yeah. So like if you find a longer quote, like on Pinterest, for example, and it really resonates with your soul, but you're like, damn, how am I going to remember to type all that? So if you guys, I'm sure you can still download Google Photos on Apple products. So you open up the photo in Google Photos, and there will be, let's see here. Okay, so I took a screenshot of this quote from my fitness app this morning. I'm sure you guys won't be able to read it. So what I'm going to do is on the bottom, there's like a little, it looks like an Instagram icon. I click on it and I click on the text that I want to use, and it lets me copy the text straight from the image. So it saves me a lot of time with many things. Yeah. Like even when I'm like going through my steps in the morning, like if I have previous slides that I used or previous stories that I used in the past, like step 1, it does blah, 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 wake up in 5 to 7 minutes. I don't have to retype it every time. I go to the old story, copy and paste it right on. That's working smarter, not harder.
Amen. So a lot of our time today is going to be spent on each individual day and how you can have a post that is you related, Thrive related, stories related, and just tips and tricks. So if you don't understand what your 5 things are or what your buckets are, like what makes you uniquely you, we have a Zoom specifically about that I can share in the comments of the post on the different pages that shows about this, about the Zoom or whatever. I'm trying to find it. Videos. It is called, do you remember what date it was?
It was definitely in January.
I'm gonna have to go back.
I think it was towards the beginning of January.
Okay. I'll go back and find the specific one, and I will post it in the comments of the announcement post for this Zoom. So you guys have that. Okay. So let's go into our days, or did you want to share something, or are you just going to share as we go along?
As we go along for each day.
Okay, perfect. So for Monday is inspire. Share an inspiring quote that you specifically type up. Search Pinterest for ideas, for inspirational quotes, like how you're feeling, like help people feel badass for the week. Like they got all the things, are going to accomplish everything, because people are tired on Mondays, of course. So that would be your like non-Thrive post. Did you want to share anything on that?
So what I have, and you guys are like, especially with Facebook, technically should do like more than one post a day. So another idea, or in addition to, so like post that in the morning to help inspire people, and then maybe later on in the evening, kind of do like an audience check, is what I'll call it, and post something like I did this last Monday. Post something like, holy moly, I have so many people on my friends list, but I feel like I'm only seeing a few on repeat. If you can see this, say hey. And then every person that comments, I'm sorry.
Midday. You could do that like midday too. So like do it, I don't know, like around between 12 and 3 when people are like on their lunch break or they're sick of the day, so they're scrolling. So then when you come to your next post that I'll discuss, you'll have all that engagement from those people. Yeah, so good.
And you can add those people to your list too, because you know that they're seeing your stuff.
Tell how well that worked for you.
I'm sorry?
Talk about how well that worked for you when you implemented.
Really, really well. Now, I at the time I had to post it on my Marie Star account. For those of you who know what was going on with that. And y'all, it got a lot of comments because I tagged my current account too. And I think, oh my gosh, let me see here. It grew my list.
It's a bunch of different, and there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. Say like, hey, I want to get to know more people, but I only see a few people. Say hi when you see this so we can connect. Or like, don't use the one or like, I'm only keeping people that like I feel like that's so icky and I don't like
that's it. Right. I was gonna say like that's mean. Don't be rude. I got like, by the way, it's like 89 comments, and for that being a brand new account, that's pretty huge.
Right. So that will like build your engagement. That will help you get some more people on your list and stuff like that. So then when we post our Thrive post at the end of the day, talk to the person who struggles to get through their day. So, you know, like say something like, I see you, I understand you, I've been there. Have you ever felt this way in the beginning? And then talk about that person that's like, I know what it's like to blah, blah, blah. I know what it's like to struggle throughout your day. I know what it's like to want to just lay on the couch when you get home from work. I know what it's like to pray for bedtime for your kids because you just don't have any energy to keep up with them. Like whatever your unique story is, connect with another person that struggles to get through the day and act like you're talking to them. Like, hey, I see you. So that would be your Thrive post for the day. Stories. I'm trying to go a little slow so people have time to like take notes. Stories. Take people through your day, showing them how you have energy all day. So like show that you're taking your capsules at whatever time you wake up in the morning and talk about how like you're awake within minutes and how good you feel right away in the morning. And then take them throughout your day, including towards the end of your day, because you want to show people that the products aren't just working for you in the beginning of the day, that they're working throughout. So when you're coming to the end of the day and you're playing with your kids at 8 p.m. or giving them a bath, or I don't know, like even just taking time to take care of yourself, show that and say, and like maybe like incorporate a picture of your patch or something like that in the background. Like you don't just have to take a picture of your patch. Like if you're playing with your kids, strategically place a picture of your hand where your patch is on it in the picture. Or if you're taking like a bubble bath to take care of yourself, like keep your patch, put your patch on your foot for that day, because that's where you're going to take the picture, so that they can see your foot with the patch on it. So that's different ways to like make sure you're showing people in your stories that your product isn't just working in the beginning of the day, but all throughout the day, because people want that, especially if you're tracking the person in your post that struggles to get throughout the day. When you're showing how you're getting through your day, then it like connects for them. Do you want to add anything to that?
So we're still on Monday, right? I got a little sidetracked.
Yep, we're on Monday.
Okay, sorry. I needed water. I had to message my husband like, I need water. So for like talking about stories, kind of goes hand in hand with like using an Instagram reel or a TikTok, which by the way, you can repurpose So like if you make a video on TikTok, you can repurpose it for Instagram, same vice versa. So for Monday, consider doing like choosing a trending song and do like a talking video. So like, would you rather A or B? So like example, this is just an example. Would you rather drink coffee or an energy drink? Possibly during that time, like for Instagram, you can introduce why you have your business. Like, what is your main why? And then for those of you who are saying like you're trying to still learn these things, I am too. I am not perfect with it. I just started following some people on Instagram who gave good tips. And Google is also your best friend when you're trying to learn something like this. Definitely watch YouTube videos. There are tons of screen recording tutorials on how to do these things. Like I know my mom, she's in the same challenge that I'm in right now. She went to Google and to YouTube, and she asked me the question. She's like, never mind, I'm just going to go look it up. And I let her go look it up because I'm huge with experience being the best teacher. So therefore, if you are learning like hands-on, you're seeing it yourself, and then you're going into your phone and you're trying to do it yourself, that's going to be the best way it sticks to you.
The best way you're going to be a business owner and be successful in this business is to constantly be a student, constantly seek out information first before you ask somebody else. Constantly, you guys, we are in the world of information. There is no reason why you shouldn't know how to do something. It's either you're just fearful and you just don't want, and that you're using the excuse of I don't know how, because there is no way in the world that you can't find out how nowadays.
Yeah,
that's like I'm just going to give an example. My son, my middle child, he said he wants to be like a YouTube streamer, gamer guy or whatever. And he's like saying all this stuff. Well, I don't know how to. I'm like, dude, you guys live in the age of information. Google, how do I grow my YouTube following? Girl, how do I grow my Twitch following? Like, you can figure it out. So if you're saying like, I don't, and the only way that you're going to start to feel more comfortable with doing those things is by actually doing it. There's never going to be a point where you feel like I'm ready and I got this. It's just like good. You're really never really ready for parenthood. Let's be honest. For your first kid, you just got to jump in. And that's what it's like for anything. That's what it's like.
Yeah, they don't come with instruction manuals, but there's Google and YouTube for that. Just be careful.
Right. You're making some weird information. But like with your lives, with your stories, with your, you guys have to get into Reels. It's the best way to grow your network on Instagram. It's
fun.
It is fun.
I'm going to call you out here, friend. Kathy, she said that she's struggling. Get that word out of your vocabulary. Like literally, like guys, stop. It's honestly, whatever you're speaking out is going to come back. If you're like, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with getting customers, I'm struggling with promoters, then the universe is going to be like, all right, I hear you loud and clear. Let's make you struggle some more. But you're going to, if you flip it around, like, you know what? I'm going to learn how to truly work through Instagram. I'm going to find a way to be authentically myself, to, help people, to bring them on this business opportunity, to bring them on through the products authentically.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
God, and I did in Thrive to Survive. I did this live about mindset, you guys. Mindset is everything.
I gotta watch that.
It's everything in this business. If you're in, there's a lot of scientific backing about how the brain works and stuff like that. But if you're saying those words out loud, so here's the thing about negative word. I'm going to give you this quickly because I want you guys to have a great week. And I think this is a great way to start attacking those words that you're telling yourself or typing to yourself or as they come into your head. Did you know that if you say a negative word out loud, it is something like 47 times more likely to happen? So like if you're telling yourself I'm struggling, it's 40 times more likely that you're going to continue to struggle if you actually say it out loud or type it or whatever like that. And I get that there's all those negative thoughts that come into your head. You guys, those are never going away. those negative thoughts, they never go away. They're always going to appear. Even if you're at the top of the company, you're still going to have days where you're like, oh man, I feel like an imposter, or, oh man, I don't know if I can do this, or I'm not signing any customers. It's not about trying to shove those thoughts down and pretend like they're not there. It's about acknowledging that thought appeared. And then, like Star said, talking about how you have a choice and flipping it. So if those thoughts are coming in that like, I don't know how to, but I'm scared to do reels. Okay, I understand I'm feeling that fear, but I have a choice. I'm scared, but I'm going to try to do it anyways. Or I'm not signing customers. I may not be signing customers right now, but I have a choice, and I am going to connect with more people to find somebody that needs this. It's just about acknowledging the thought, understanding you have a choice, and then flipping it around.
So really, really quick, I know we got to move on real quick, but guys, I'm doing a devotional on my Facebook every day, from anxiety to peace. And one of the tips today, the main topic, I already did it this morning, was about negative thoughts. And one of the tips is stop negative thoughts within 30 seconds of them entering your mind and replace them with healthy thoughts.
Yep.
That is so crazy how you just said that.
Yeah, it's not about pretending like they're not there, because you will drive yourself nuts trying to like create a false reality. You can acknowledge that those thoughts, they're not your reality, you guys. Those thoughts are from things that people told you in the past.
Yep.
Those thoughts are from experiences you went through, stuff you were taught maybe by your family. Like, they're not you. They're not your identity. They're not your reality. And the only thing that is going to be a reality is the choices and the decisions you make right now, or when those thoughts come in, the next choice you make. So if you're telling yourself, I don't have time, you're going to continue to not have time. If you tell yourself that I'm never going to be successful, you'll continue to not be successful. I may not be successful right now, and I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I'm going to show up every day, like whatever that looks like. So that's cool that tied in with what you were doing.
Right.
Like
God wink.
God wink, totally. Okay, so we'll move on to Tuesday. Tuesday is educate. Teach your audience something to provide them value. So like one of your 5 things, you can either do a live video. So like if you're good at cooking, like do a cooking video, or you can do like a post where it has like steps to help people with something, teach them, educate. We want to provide our audiences with value because that's what keeps them coming back. Do you want to add on to that?
Yes. I'm pulling these, by the way, guys, from a challenge that I'm in. So Tuesday, so for Facebook, you could do like a photo of yourself holding your phone or your computer. And okay, if you guys only have a phone and you don't have another device, maybe just do like a notebook or something. In the post, share 3 to 5 tools or resources that you use in your business that can help people in similar businesses and or your ideal customer. Did you have something? I heard you take a breath.
I was just going to say, Jackie, I'm reading that book too. It's so good. Get out of your head. It's so awesome.
And then for TikTok and Instagram, maybe a tutorial of how you use a tool that you use daily that your ideal customer would benefit from, or something for Instagram that, you know, people in similar businesses, it would help them out. So like for me, I did for example, for working out, like how working out can improve your mental health in 5 steps. Like it was kind of like a tutorial of how I'm using the tool, which is working out, and it helps my ideal customer with mental health. Does that make sense? Yep. Did I explain that good? Okay.
Yep, totally. So like another example of that would be, so like I recently changed my bio because I was like, I wanted to figure out like, what is my niche? Like, what am I? Like, that's your 5 buckets or whatever. But like, for example, the thing that I figured out for me, and I was like, it was like this, I don't know. It just came to me in the middle of the day and I was like, oh, that's what my thing is. Godly focused health and wellness. So like for me, what are tools that can help people that are either in their faith journey or health and wellness. And it can be like, here's how to measure out portions properly. Here's 5 tools you can use. Like, you can get this portion plate or this thing or this thing. If somebody's on a Bible journey, you can say like, use this app. Here's the thing that I did first when I started using the Bible, or whatever. If your thing is you're a stay-at-home mom, like, here's how I keep my house organized. I do this, this, and this. If you're teaching your kids at home right now, which a lot of people are, like, here's how I structured my day with their schoolwork, ABC. If your thing is like, maybe you overcame anxiety, here's 3 ways to overcome anxiety, ABC. So those are like, if you're something that likes cooking, here's good replacements for that are healthier, ABC, and foods, or like whatever. So those are some ways that you can provide tools to people. Other tools might be like apps that you use on your health journey, apps that you use to help you meditate, apps that you use for other things. Like, we want to make sure that we're giving back to our audience all the time. That isn't grammatical. Neither is grammatical correct H to the izzle.
Oh gosh, it's too early.
Okay, so moving on for Tuesday, Thrive related. Obviously, it's payday. So if you have a payday, if you earn a bonus, amen, sister, talk about that, because that can change some lives. I mean, you don't want to say like, I got $1,200 today or whatever, but say like, I received a bonus, my bonus payout today, and this is how I want to help you get the same, or this is how it's helped me, or this is what it's done for me. It's also auto bonus payout. So if you get an auto bonus, talk about it. You guys, people's car payments are like the second highest thing in their house usually. So
unless you have oil heat.
I have 2 auto bonuses now. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this because it's so damn cold in Minnesota right now, but I really want to take a picture of me by both of our vehicles and talk about that. If you don't have a bonus, talk about what you're working towards.
I was going to say, talk about how you're working towards that auto bonus at only the second rank of the company, and how it's so, achievable if you just put your mind to it. Take them on your journey.
You guys, if you're not there yet, talk about where you're going. I think people stunt themselves because they're like, well, I don't have a paycheck yet. Okay, but if you're not gonna, dude, I didn't have a paycheck at first either. If you're not willing to talk about it, you're never gonna have one. So you got to be willing to talk.
Honestly, it was like 3 months in until I actually started transferring my commission into cash. Like, I would always just transfer it into credits, and I still posted and I shared about that, because even though, it's not technically cash, it was money that I could use to help other people start their journey. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Well, and also,
paid
guys,
off of it is a bonus.
If you're just starting, use your paychecks wisely. Don't transfer them every single week if they're not significant. Dude, allow those things to accumulate over the entire month. You don't have to transfer it every Tuesday. You can let it sit in there. Put it towards something, because if you're transferring it and you're only getting like $25, chances are you're spending it on like, I don't know, something stupid anyways.
McDonald's that you shouldn't be eating.
Right. I mean, you might be spending it on gas, but if you are like allowing that to accumulate, transferring it once, and then assigning it to like a specific bill, a specific thing, you respect your paycheck so much more than like just willy-nilly spending those $25 or whatever. So like, save it, pay your phone payment next month, save it, pay for your insurance, pay for your phone bill, like whatever.
2 weeks of groceries, like literally whatever. And try to keep it small too, no matter where you find yourself in this business. Even if you're making 10 G's a week, make it small, make it relatable. If this helps you get diapers and wipes on top of taking you out on an extravagant vacation, share the diaper and the wipes. Okay, that's more relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Or the pet food or whatever it is. Think small.
Yep. I think you got to share both of those aspects, because you're trying to attract both people that, maybe are struggling and we want to help them, but we also want to help the woman that's looking for more time freedom and maybe wants to take vacations, but she works and they're well off and they're set and stuff like that too. You want to make sure you're bringing all types of people into business. If you're bringing just a bunch of broke people in your business, sometimes like, then you're going to, I don't know, you got to think about focusing on both aspects. So if you are making significant paychecks, don't forget the little guy. If you're making little paychecks, don't forget the big person. Because here's a story for you real fast so we can keep moving. But Amber Manquist, when she's one of our uplines, like way up there, she brought in Chas, and Chas didn't need the paycheck, you guys. She was a very successful person in whatever job she was in at that time, like IT management, stuff like that. So she didn't, like, if you're talking about like, here's how to pay for diapers and stuff like that. If Amber only focused on that, she would have missed Chas. So like,
True that.
if you're making little paychecks, don't miss out on the opportunity to impact somebody else. Talking about time freedom, talking about the vacations. Even if you're like, I don't know how I'll ever earn that vacation, you still need to talk about it. So that's that piece. I feel like I went on a tangent.
No, you're fine. You made a good point.
Stories. I talked about a business unfold, how to create a business unfold. You take a picture of yourself, you take a previous post, you break it down into like little paragraphs, and you post each little paragraph in your stories at a time. I might have to like do a screen recording of that sometime so that I can share that with people. But do you have anything else to add to that for stories?
No.
Perfect. So moving on to Wednesday. Wait, what did I have? Hold on, I wrote something else.
About telling your story.
Yep, I have something else I wanted to share. Okay, never mind. I'm good. Wednesday, tell your story. So, and possibly finish with a question. So a way that you could do this is tell your story through Reels or TikTok if you're on Instagram. The way that you can do this on Facebook is a live. I don't care if you've never done one before. It's time to start doing them. So do a live and share your Thrive story, or share a story about something you've overcome.
Yeah, you have to walk and grow through the fear. Fear, like you were saying, I forget exactly when you said it, but fear isn't just going to go away. You just have to walk with it and overcome it.
And fear is just you assigning an outcome to something that might not even happen. So it's like the fears of in your head about lives. If this is speaking to you, you're afraid of what people are going to say. You're afraid of like, oh, what if I sound stupid? You're afraid of what if my kids interrupt me and I look like a hot mess? Dude, own the hot mess. And people are going to appreciate you more if you're brave than if you don't even ever do it. And chances are those people that you think are like, oh, what are they going to think of me? Like, it's not even going to happen. So quit assigning outcomes to things that might not even ever happen. Just do it anyways. You guys, my first live was a hot mess. Like, let me tell you, a hot ass mess. I got caught in a rainstorm. I looked like a lion because my hair was like super frizzy and a hot mess. Steph said she was Stephanie Grachik is my upline. Steph said she was going to do a live with me, so I felt comfortable. I thought she was coming on my page, and she thought I was going on her page. So I went on my page, sat in 2 minutes of silence, waiting for her. Literally didn't talk to anybody. I bawled like a baby on it. I didn't care. I was just like, I got to do this, because if you want something bad enough, guys, you got to step into the fear. So if you're afraid to do lives, guess what? That's the one thing you probably need to do to grow your business. If there's something you're afraid of, that's probably the one thing that you need to do to actually really propel your business.
Yeah. So like for that? Yeah. So definitely like you were saying, the TikTok, the About Me song, there's actually a few of them I've noticed. And you can repurpose that. You can make it in TikToks, or you can make it in Reels and repurpose it on the other platform. So if you make it on TikTok, put it on your Instagram Reels. Now, the 5 things, like 5 facts about me, 5 things you don't know about me for Facebook. Yes, of course, I encourage you to go live. Me, I couldn't be so brave and that's whatever. but I wanted to go over the 5 things that people may not have known about me and my childhood. It was about, certain things I had been through, and it was a little harder to share on the live, but I still got a huge feedback, and people like didn't even comment. They reached out to me, and it just showed me, honestly, that post helped me figure out exactly what my main focus is, and it's walking with other abuse survivors.
Well, and here's the thing too, and Facebook, like we said earlier, you need to create more than one post. So your live, because I have for the Thrive one, you can share your Thrive story. Your live could be your Thrive story. Your other post could be 5 facts about me that nobody knows.
True. Yeah. Like it can be a whole about me day.
Mm-hmm.
You can connect with different people that way. That's smart,
Right.
Megan.
And in your stories, show how you are living a healthy, well life. So we can't be part of a health and wellness company and not act like we're living a healthy and well life. Yes, it's meant to fit into a lifestyle, but you are a product of the product. So you need to show how you're attempting, if you're not there yet, how you're attempting to live a healthy and well life. Maybe that's talking about how much water you drink. There is something in your life that you're doing that is health and wellness related besides taking your products every day. You're either like practicing self-care. Maybe you're reading self-development. What's a book you're reading? Maybe you're meal prepping. What are the meals you're eating? Maybe you're trying to be more conscious about how you work out. So show that, like any aspect that can help people see how they're able to live a healthy and well lifestyle through you. So show that. Thursday. Oh, we're making really good time.
I know. Go us.
So Thursday is engage. Ask for an opinion on something or what your audience likes that relates to your 5 things. So again, we need more than one post on Facebook. You can also repurpose some of these for your stories. So like you can ask for an opinion on something in your stories. There's that nice little like question box or like poll feature or even the questions thing. So asking, people love to give their own opinions on things. Let's be honest. People like to talk about themselves. They like to give their opinion. They like to give their advice. It helps you engage with people back and forth. So what are some things? Like I have a 5-year-old who refuses to eat what I make for dinner. How do you get your 5-year-old to eat food? What are our workouts that you use when you're really sore? What's a good meal that I can do that's quick and healthy? Whatever within your 5 things, like how do I stop my dog from chewing all the things? Asking people for advice because you're creating community and you're actually accepting value from somebody else, which I think is important too. Do you want to add to that?
Yeah. So for Instagram and TikTok, you can show how you use your products or your service. So for me, you guys can hop on my Instagram and check it out. Again, I'm not perfect. I'm learning this with you guys. I went through my morning routine. Like I did step 1, light dragon's blood to get the good energy vibes flowing. Step 2, take my capsules and dive into the Bible. Step 3, blah, 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 blah. 5 steps. Okay. I covered it. It was pretty quick and easy. For Facebook, do a sales or business post promoting yourself. Okay. Do not mention, like, don't say any product name or company name. Like promote yourself. And this goes back to what Megan was saying about branding, your vision, your voice, your visual.
Mm-hmm. What was I gonna say? Shoot. It's like setting yourself apart. Like, why are you different from everyone else that sells vitamins on Instagram? Like, what do you do for your customers that's unique?
Yeah, it's setting like authority, I guess you could say.
Yep. So like you could say, like the other day I was doing thank yous and I was talking about how I send out thank yous to all my customers. People don't do that. Do you know how many responses I got back from my customers because I'm being intentional with my business this year and really trying to keep the auto ship customers that I have because I want that elite auto bonus for 1. And 2, I care about the people. You can't just sign people and then leave them. So what makes you different? Right. Every other person that sells Thrive even. How do you take care of your customers? How do you take care of your team? So that's another thing about promoting yourself. Like, how do you take care of your team? How do you create community? That's another really good thing that you could share.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Look.
Because you need to set yourself apart. Stories. Engaging story, like if this or that. Or you could do a throwback, like share before and after pictures of other people besides yourself for the products. Yes, it is very important to show your appreciation. I send them like one of my people, she orders every single month just a thing of capsules, but I still love her and I want to keep her. So I gave her like $10 off this month. Another person, I sent her like a couple different patches to try. Another person, I just sent a thank you because it was their first order and just said in there, like, let me know how I can help you with other things. Friday, inspire, educate, give back to your audience and provide them with value. So this can be, like, let me see what I wrote down for myself. I don't even know if I was on Friday yet. Oh, yeah. I did photo of me and like what God says about you and not the world. So that's like my example. Yours could be, again, teaching somebody how to cook, teaching somebody how to overcome bad thoughts, teaching somebody how to overcome anxiety, teaching somebody, I don't know. Do you have anything to add to that, sir?
Yes. So you said, yeah, Friday. So for Facebook, a good thing is a passion post. Teach your audience about something you're passionate about. I'm trying to find my post. I know I posted it up. That way I give you guys a good example.
Show people how to knit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Organize. If you're really good at organizing, show people how to organize.
Yep. Exactly. You can show people how to, if encouraging is your thing, show people how you encourage other people, and that can be encouraging for them too.
So how you give back.
Yep.
In the world.
And then on TikTok and Instagram, again, don't forget you can repurpose. Share your top 3 tips to overcome your ideal customer's pain point. Top 3 tips to overcome anxiety, for example. Top 3 tips to forgive when you can't forget, like
top 3 tips to stop overeating. Top 3 tips to,
I need that one.
Top 3 tips to start your workout when you don't want to.
Top 3 tips on how to drink more water. I need that one too. Somebody make that.
Dude, you guys, I'm trying. So I'm doing this 75 hard thing, and it's, oh my God, it's ridiculous. But so you have to do 2 workouts that are, one's inside, one's outside for 45 minutes, and you have to drink a gallon of water.
That's all you, baby girl. It's all
failed miserably yesterday. I drank my first half like right away, and then the last half I was like, oh, because if you don't complete it, you have to start over on day 1. And then like, I'm not doing that.
Listen, I'm going to check you real quick in front of everybody. You said, I failed miserably yesterday. Did you get up and did you try?
No, I didn't. So I failed. I didn't do as well yesterday as I did the day before.
There you go. See,
so I ended up having to chug like half a gallon of water at 8 p.m. and then pee like 900 times. If you'll be so busy peeing, you have no time for drama. So like,
love it.
Yeah. So teach people how you do that. So Thrive, talk about samples, post about samples on Friday because people are tired. Their week is almost over. They're looking forward to the weekend. They're zoning out from work at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Talk about samples and how you're sending them out in your stories. Talk about samples again. Talk about what's in a sample. You got to keep sending out samples. They're like the key to this business, you guys. Everything with this business. Please
put value on your product.
Yes. Don't give it away for free.
Please.
I do giveaways like maybe once every 2 months. Well, I'll do them for free because I'm just trying to stack some free accounts or something like that. Mm-hmm. And because like maybe and you guys, when you do giveaways, be intentional with your giveaway. I don't just spin a wheel and give it to whoever. I think them intentionally. And I'm like, okay, who would actually buy this product? Who's not just looking for another freebie?
Who's
Who
actually wants a change in their life. And you can
Yep,
just
who's
tell.
somebody that might just be a little bit skeptical, and that's why they're not jumping in with the money. It's not because they don't have it. You guys, if somebody doesn't have money to order the product, you obviously can't discount them forever, but you can't just keep giving them free shit. Because guess what they're going to keep wanting? Free stuff.
Yeah, guys,
So-
and I'm sure you guys know how big my heart is. I got stuck in that like within the first couple of months that I was doing this, and I burned myself big time. Lesson learned. So learn
Yep.
through me and don't do it.
Yeah, like there's people I know. So like there's a woman I worked with. She was my manager at the bank. I know like her thing was like, I'm just like, screw it. I'm giving her a free sample because I knew she would buy. Dude, she has the money. She has the right mindset. I just wanted to give it to her because I knew, don't give it to the person that is constantly replying to your giveaways because that's all they're looking for.
Yep.
Or like every time you tell them about a sample or follow up with them, they either ghost you or have an excuse. $15. Like you can give them away for $15. Who doesn't have $15? Come on. You're spending that on McDonald's or energy drinks or coffee
Or cigarettes or something.
Yeah.
Something. If somebody truly wants something, they'll find the money to get it. Like I love so she's not my direct upline, but Karen Ann, she sold stuff in her house. She went through her closets and she started listing stuff. I know it's a pain in the ass to try to sell things online, like using Marketplace or whatever, but she wasn't letting nothing stop her. She knew that she needed to change and she went and she made a way. She made a way with, I think like within a week or something like that. What else was I going to say? Oh, so for Friday, can I share just a little bit of something that me and my team just started?
Yeah.
So talking about freebies, we are, and don't hate us, some of us are still, but we're not doing the basic Flex Friday anymore. Some of us kind of feel like it's overrated. Now I'll still show my Thrivers love. If they do a Flex Friday post and they ask me to show it love, I will. I'm not doing a drive-by photo. I'm going to put my favorite benefits that day that I'm appreciating. Like I'm going to add value to my comment for them. It's helping, out the Thrive community. But we're doing a freebie Friday. Now, when I say freebie Friday, it doesn't mean like you have to give a month of Thrive. Give a bottle of Sculpt away, or maybe a 2-day mini, or maybe some packet. Like this past Friday, we did 3 packets of Rest. If you don't have something, maybe see if your upline can help in a way. Like, hey, do you have like a black label or something I can use for my freebie Friday post or something like that? Like somebody's.
Ooh, I like that instead of a sample post, actually.
Oh yeah.
I love that idea. It just changes things up.
It's not mine. I got it from another team, but I think it's wonderful.
Because like that's how you can also get free accounts.
Oh yeah.
And then you have people to add to your list. Oh,
yep. And I messaged them too. I'm like,
you could like
thank you so
go back
much
and forth between the two. You could go back and forth between the two. Like one Friday do samples, one Friday do a freebie Friday, or you could do freebie Friday on your stories and then do the sample on your post, or you could do freebie Fridays on your post and then do samples in your stories.
That's brilliant. Yes. That's brilliant. And then every person that wants to enter that, I reach out to them and be like, hey, darling, I just need your email so I can get you set up with a free all access profile. It's how I'm able to keep track of all these giveaways that I'm doing. And I got that verbiage from Megan.
Look at me. We're geniuses over here. What can I say?
Like a year ago, she gave me that and I use it to this day.
Where are we?
Saturday.
Okay, cool. We're doing really good with time. Entertain. Post a funny meme that relates to your 5 things or something funny, like something funny, you guys. In my stories, I posted about my dog that likes to bury his bone in all of my blankets and then chew holes in them. I did a reel about it. Where they do like the voiceover for the text, like you type it and then it's like this robotic voice in the background that says the thing. I got so much engagement about my dog because he was just, and then later on in the afternoon, he was sitting with the blanket on his head for like 15 minutes, like be funny. Share your like the stupid things your kids say. Like share something about that. Or like a funny experience you had during the week, or find a meme that relates to laundry because that's all you're doing on Saturdays. It's laundry. Like whatever your specific life is, share something funny because people, I mean, honestly, let's be real. Saturdays, people aren't typically like super engaging. They're usually just hopping on to be entertained for a little bit, but they're typically wrapped up like in their family and their own things that they're needing to get done over the weekend. So we want to entertain people, but be funny, you know, I don't know, whatever your specific thing is. Do you want to add to that?
Yes. So if you also want to do, again, more than 1 to 2 posts a day, you can do for TikTok and Instagram, the story of how you got here, like the benefits you have now from where you are. Okay. And then for Facebook, what benefits have you had from running your own business?
Ooh, that relates to what I said. Talk about how you can work from anywhere.
Yes, exactly. So like
laundry and say, hey, look, I'm folding laundry and I'm working my business.
Yes. So like for me, I did this yesterday on Saturday. I did like, have you ever opened your pay stub, looked at the amount and thought, damn, that's all I'm worth? I like the fact that I own my own business and I can determine the number that reflects. I can determine
your W-2. How many people are getting their W-2s right now? And like you look at your W-2 and you're like, damn, that's all I made this year.
And then that was me kids
time job. I was like, what the hell am I doing here? I only made $7,000. Why am I here?
Yeah.
I can make it in a month.
Yep. Exactly.
That's so good. I love that.
And I always suggest putting a call to action on all of your posts. So like at the end, after I went over that, I said, if you are finding yourself feeling how I once did, there's more to life. You need to reach out and allow me to help. Call to action.
I have a couple call to actions that you can say instead of saying you should, you could say, here's an easier way that you can. Instead of saying, trust me, I'd ask you to trust me on this, but hey, I'd rather you decide for yourself. You can do this. If you say like, you can do this, sister. If I can do this, you can do this too. You owe it to yourself. What do you feel like you really deserve is another way to say that. Like, what do you feel like you really deserve? Another one.
I'm trying to write all this down. Speedy Gonzalez.
I can send this to you too. It's a graphic actually. What would it feel like to have freedom from X? Here's a fact that may come as a surprise to you.
Oh, I like that.
Yep. What is
Can
blank?
You elaborate?
Yeah. What is blank worth to you? Like, what is your time worth to you? What is your family worth to you? What are your memories worth to you? What is your health worth to you? Wanna do blank in half the time and get your life back? These are so good. Instead of saying stop wasting your time. Here's a quick way for you to solve that problem. Instead of saying I can help you solve that problem, say here's a quick way I can help you solve that problem.
I'm using that today. I love it.
Get a damn sample. Just kidding. You're instead of saying you're going to love this, say we love this because. Instead of saying you owe it to you owe yourself this. What do you feel like you really deserve? Instead of saying I'm so proud of you for buying this. I don't know what they're referring to, but I like it. I admire the way you invested in yourself.
Oh,
for like somebody that's starting a sample, I don't know if you like shout them out on a page or something. Say like, I admire the way that you invested yourself and decided to, whatever. I don't know. Or even in the business too, I suppose.
Like with the kids.
Yep, totally. Yes. If you're anything like me, that's another one to say instead of you'll agree with me, say if you're anything like me. And I did that. I said, like, if you're anything like me, you made every excuse in the book. If you're anything like me, you told yourself this wouldn't work. Okay, those are all the ones I have. So good.
Those of you who are in my team chat, I see a lot of people asking for it. When she sends it to me, I'll share it. I'll put it in our chat and in our group.
I'll put it in the Dream Team page too.
Even better.
Yep. Saturday stories. Sorry guys, I got sidetracked for a minute. Take them through your day. So show them what you're doing throughout the day with your family. Like how are you on Saturdays? Like, are you working your business? Are you doing your laundry? Are you like, had all this energy? Are you just like hanging out with your family and watching a movie? Like everything is okay. You want to give them a little peek into your life. So just show them what
Now,
you're
Megan,
doing.
like in regards to stories, do you find yourself sharing more on your stories on the weekend when you want to give people a peep in? Because I notice sometimes I'm up to like, and I don't mean it, but I'm trying to share like the fun that we're having, like the kids being crazy and just, but then I wind up getting up to like 20 stories. And I'm like, oh shit, like, is that too much? Like, how do
No.
you?
Sometimes
No?
I have like a bajillion stories and sometimes I have like, I always try to have at least like 10 active stories though, honestly, like
Got you.
little dots. So, because it really gives people a peek into your life.
Right.
You
Okay.
can't show your whole life in 2 slides.
Word up. That's what I was thinking. Like yesterday, I know I went a little crazy, but we were having an amazing time with our friends yesterday and I was going story crazy.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up with Sunday. Connect. Ask people how they plan their week and share how you do. Ta-da! Look what we're doing right now. You literally don't have to get it done for you, or you literally have it done for you. Take a picture of how you're planning your week, of your calendar, whatever. Do you want to add quick?
Yeah, so it's a good day to connect, a connection post. So a connection post is a simple way to create a connection with your audience by sharing a lesson, sharing something funny, being vulnerable with a positive upswing while showing your lifestyle at the same time. So like when doing a connection post, make sure you always finish on a positive, empowering note. So like, for example,
I call these heartstring posts.
Yeah. Like this is a good example. Sometimes mama needs a minute. Don't get me wrong. I get a lot of help with Kala, but sometimes you just need a break from everything. That's exactly what I did yesterday at the beach by myself. Cleared my mind, got refreshed and recharged. Let's go.
Amen. So I love that. Best time to post something like that, you guys, is between 8 and 9:30 on Sunday night. And I mean, so I follow John Eric really well. No more than 5 stories, dude, on Facebook, maybe. But I get people that watch through all of my stories, and I sometimes have like 20. It depends. If you're talking, sometimes you can't get all you need to say out in only 5 slides. So it just depends.
And you have to think too, John Eric his audience is freaking huge. So that may work for him, but us with our little viewers, like we have like what, 100 to 200, and I'm not saying everybody. I have like 100 to 200 story views a day. Okay. But John Eric, I guarantee you is ginormously like in the 100,000s and shit. So like, I definitely wouldn't. I'd definitely say more than 5 for
Here's
sure.
the thing that I think. You got to take every expert, their advice with a grain of salt. Like, this even goes for Paul, let's be honest, because he's telling you to like get on phone calls. I'm like, dude, nobody wants to call people. Dude, I ignore phone calls all the time because I'm like, I don't want to talk. Forget it. Like, so you got to take every expert's advice with a grain of salt. Pull the information that you think. And I also think it's never good to take information from one specific person. I think you got to collectively look at a couple different like influencers on Instagram, what they're saying. Other people, I mean, platforms are different. Obviously, they operate differently too, but I think you got to pick and choose and pull things from different people because like not one person has all the answers. I think collectively, if you can get information from a bunch of different people, that's really good.
And yeah, like I said, when we first started this Zoom, like with Instagram, I've been learning Instagram because I'm following a few Instagram people who are big on Instagram. They post daily tips and I'm pulling from each of them and I'm applying them in my own authentic way.
Yep.
Which is very inspiring within yourself, if I may add.
So with stories on Sunday, again, just share your day. because like it's weekends, so we're just entertaining people. We're showing our weekend. I don't like to put a lot of pressure on Sundays. So
Now, if the company has like a promo or whatnot, briefly share that like your own way. But yeah, definitely go on about what you do on the weekends.
yeah, it definitely depends on your age group, Kathy, because I much rather text somebody than actually talk to them on the phone because I can get out of the conversation if I need to. I don't want to get stuck.
I have like 15 million kids. I can't talk on the phone, dude. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Even when people say, "Oh, I understand." Well, okay, you might, but I'm going to lose my thought process several times, and that's not cool for me.
Right. Totally. I'm going to stop the recording.